about Twitter Spaces, which is a great new feature on Twitter, which will be launching soon. So, I'm going to be talking about that. Also, I'm going to be talking to Michelle Alexander from the States. She'll be joining me very soon. We're going to be talking about arts and crafts and all that stuff. So, hopefully, she will be joining me soon on the broadcast. So, how is everybody doing? Where's everybody from? And do let me know in the chat. So, we're going to be talking to Michelle, who's, like I say, from the States. She's autistic and she's a savant as well. And she does art. She does art portraits, live drawings, and art. So, we'll be chatting to her very shortly. I've invited her into the broadcast, so I'm not sure if she's seen this notification yet. Hopefully she'll be joining us soon. So we're going to be talking about Twitter Spaces. So Twitter Spaces is a new part of Twitter. It's integrated. I can't even get my words out today. I can't think of the word. Integrated. Can't get my words out today. Integrated. I think that's how you say it. Integrated into the Twitter platform. So that's a new thing which is going to be launched soon on Twitter. And it's really good. I've been trialing it now for several months on Twitter, and it's really good. Been speaking to people all over the world, so currently beta testing that at the moment for Twitter, and it's really cool. So it's built into Twitter, and when you go live, when you create a space on Twitter, you can invite guests in, listeners can join in and listen to it. I suppose really it's like a mini radio show where you can talk to people, and the audio quality is fantastic. The audio quality is really, really good. It's really good. It's really clear, a lot clearer than Clubhouse. So it is really good. So is it just audio? Tonja said. Hello from, where's that? I've not heard of that place. Where's it? Which country is that? Yes, so it is just audio based. So it's built into Twitter. It's going to be launching soon. So yeah, so you have when you go live, when you create a space, you're the host, and then you can invite different people in. Central California, welcome. Thanks for joining. How is the weather there? And what time is it in California? Is it morning? It's got to be morning, hasn't it? I guess so. So hopefully we will have Michelle joining us very soon. We're just waiting for her to come in. I've requested her. Let's request her again. Let's invite her in again and see if she joins. Beautiful right now. Yes, 8 a.m. Ah, what's the temperature there? What is the temperature there in California? So it's probably about, I don't know, probably about 7, 8 degrees here at the moment in the UK. Cloudy, dull, grey skies, unfortunately. So yeah, Twitter Spaces has to be probably one of my favourite connecting apps, connecting with people at the moment. It's really good. It's really good. So they've rolled it out to about, I think it's about 3,000 people now. They've rolled it out to on iOS, and it's going to go on Android soon, I believe. It's going to go on Android, so people begin testing it on there. Also, I've created a Twitter list as well. So if people want to join the list, I think there's over 100 people on there at the moment, and you can join the list and follow it, or you can just send me a message and I'll add you to the list. 8 degrees there at the moment. So we've got Michelle Alexander. How you doing?
I think I'm here. So
Great.
hold on.
So I'm not sure how this works. I've not gone live on. Well, I've done many live broadcasts on Haps TV, but I've
Hi.
not.
I
But
can't.
I've
Let me
not.
just. I'm not used to my hair. I'm not used to using my phone. I'm used to using the laptop. But
Yeah, well, I
let me
can't use the
just.
laptop at the moment because I'm in the car. So
You're in a car. That's right. Oh, there you are. There you go. So hi. Nice to meet you, person to
yeah,
person.
Andrew. So I actually see you as a very small
Right.
little
Well, what I
icon.
want to tell you is underneath that small little picture, up at the top, left hand corner, up at the top, there's like a little window of people. Like I can see you. There's a underneath there is a button that says show live. I know it's really tiny, but hit that blue button and then you'll be able to see full screen. You'll be able to see
Ah,
actually what everybody else sees. Now the thing about this is
perfect.
you can't really see the chat, but you can see my picture and your picture. And I think, hold on, let me just
Ah,
look. Whew. So you must have an Android, is that correct?
no, I have an iPhone.
That's weird because well what I'm well I can't see it but because this is your broadcast, but I'm pretty sure you don't need the audience preview to see that. That's really strange. What kind of iPhone do you have?
It's iPhone 12.
Okay, they just did an update yesterday, but there is a way. When I went live before using my iPhone, instead of hitting the audience preview, I could actually see myself in full camera, and then I invited someone in and I could see her as
Yeah,
well,
so
just
I can
like
see
this.
you. I can see you. I can see myself in full camera portrait mode, and I can see you as a maybe. I don't know. It's just like you're really tiny.
I know, I know. It seems like it
So
should be
perhaps
bigger.
I'll contact Apps later today and speak to one of the founders because they really need to sort that out.
Well,
I think.
actually, they have sorted it out. That's why I'm confused that you're not seeing it. They
Oh
actually
right.
have that. Like I see it on my phone, but maybe they haven't rolled it out to the UK yet. I don't know. But you can. I mean, you literally can see it just like Periscope. I don't know. Are you familiar with Periscope?
Oh yeah,
It's
very
it's literally
familiar.
like that. They also have a new rollout where you can double tap the screen just like you did in Periscope to
Hmm.
flip the camera from front facing to back facing. So they do have some new features. I just don't know if everybody's gotten the update yet.
Okay, maybe I'll take a screenshot now and send it to him because it's.
So technically, what we're seeing here in the audience preview should be what you should see on your regular screen along with the comments scrolling up. The only downside, like I don't need to see the comments because it's not my broadcast, but in order to see the comments, I think, yeah. Um,
Exactly.
like I can look at them now. There's a bunch of comments coming in, but I couldn't see them because I was looking at the audience
All
preview.
right, so
Show
you can
live. That's so
present comments on
strange.
screen now.
See now I can just tap on your picture and just see you full screen. I can tap on show live and I see the both of us. I see what they see, um, but I know that there's the ability to do that because I was able to do that on my phone
So
actually about
yeah,
a week ago.
yeah,
So anyway,
very bizarre, very bizarre.
well,
But never.
I think honestly, I think it's really if you have a laptop and you're not going live, like this was built for journalism, first of all. So the reason why like they have both version is obviously you're going to be out in the field as a journalist or somebody covering a certain thing that's spontaneously taking place, right? Well, that's nice to have that option. But if you really want a full view of a chat and inviting people in and inviting like up to 8 people and having a conversation and bringing in video and images and really having a decent talk, you know, and scheduling your upcoming broadcast so people know about it. That's of
Yeah, I've
course
seen all that
laptop.
on the. I've
Yeah,
seen all that on the studio.
yeah.
Anyway, enough about Haps now. We'll talk about because they really need to get their platform together. I'm sure they will,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's like you're really small. You're that small.
I'm like that in
Up,
real life too.
yeah, up in the top left-hand screen, you're so tiny. So, and if I put it to full screen, then it sort of gets rid of all the chat from people talking. Hello from Miami, welcome. How you doing? So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about Twitter Spaces,
Oh, okay, that's
and
right. That's right. That's what you
uh,
came on to talk about. Hello.
yeah.
You know what? Go ahead. Just go ahead and I'm gonna put my headphones in. So apologize ahead of time if I make a little bit of weird noise. But go ahead.
So
Yes.
we've got the Haps team here at the moment. One of the Haps team. Hello, Haps team. How you doing? The little, very, very small Michelle in the left-hand corner of my screen. She's really small. Can you possibly make that bigger?
Oh, I can't. No, that's good. I think I lost audio because of that. Uh-oh. Whoops. I can't do that. I have to leave and come back.
Sorry, I'm having a coffee, by the way. It's really nice.
There we go. I think I think I should have had my headphones in when I first started. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, don't worry. So we got Lucia from Domingo. She's from the Haps team at the moment. Hello,
Hi,
how you
Lucia.
doing?
How you
So
doing,
what?
Lucia?
So why is Michelle really small in the corner of my screen? She should be bigger so I can see her.
Yeah, Lucia. I was wondering if it might be that there's like the rollout for the new feature because like I can see full screen on my phone app version of Haps, and
Hmm.
he's saying he cannot. He has. I'm just like really tiny. The only way he can see me full screen or the two of us full screen is through audience preview, and he has an iPhone 12, so it's not like it's an Android issue. So I'm just curious: is there maybe it's not rolled
Ah,
out
she
in the
says
UK or
the update's available for everybody in the App Store. Oh, well, there we go. We haven't updated our phones.
there we
How s-
go. There we go.
how silly are we?
Oh, I'm fine. I mean, I got mine. I can see you big. You just can't see me big. But that's okay. I really am tiny in real life. I'm about 5'1", very small hands.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about now Twitter Spaces, which I'm really excited about, and
Yes.
that's where I met you on Twitter Spaces, and it's fantastic. It's one of my favourite platforms at the moment, from to connect with people on social media, and I've used a lot of broadcasting platforms such as Anchor, Periscope, lots of streaming broadcasting platforms. Uh, so I really, really like Twitter Spaces. It's really good. So I've been a beta tester now for a few months, and I think there's 3,000 beta testers now, and that's where I met you the other week, and we had a really
Yeah.
good conversation about autism
Hmm.
and about you all being a savant and all your amazing artwork. Just tell people about your artwork, what you actually do.
Well, uh, I'm basically, it's been like a lifelong, tool of communication for me, especially during the nonverbal years. So I look at it differently. Most people look at it like a commodity. They look at it like, a profession. I've never really considered it a profession because it's so much a part of me and my upbringing, and going through the different stages as I adapted to, different forms of communication throughout my life. But it really, I literally feel like it's my first language. I believe that it was something that my mother, who is also an artist, tried to help bridge that gap of that silence and understanding as a parent trying to raise a child with autism, and was very successful, I would say, because it really is something that stuck. And my first diagnosis was savantism, just because I was so young, doing artistic works that most people would consider, abilities that adults or someone, learned would have. And I was only like 3 or 4 at the time. So, it was very, very kind of special. But at the same time, it's just like anything else. Like, I grew up with my brothers also drawing. They were also both artists. We do other things, but so it just was like normal. That was, I hate using that word, but it was like what we did as a family. So to me, it wasn't like the way a lot of other people look at art or artists. They think, oh, you're special, you have talent, you have this gift, you have like this ability that most people don't have. And I'm thinking like, but it's just like brushing my teeth. I mean, everybody, can figure that out. Why can't they figure this out? I mean, to me, it's like nothing. So I love that it's now a tool that I can articulate and communicate more with people, to the point where I want to ask you this question. Sometimes people go like, oh, I didn't know you were autistic until you told me. Like there's that, like, okay, so maybe I'm successful now at communicating with people. I don't know. But I feel like I've got a long way to go. But art is one of those languages to me where I can really communicate with other people. I can look into their face, and that way I study faces doesn't creep people out, because I'm actually, like, have a purpose with that staring and studying of a face, which I find just, I find it very fascinating for some reason. It's always been a fascination. I can see things in people's faces, and it kind of like just stays in my mind. And then I just turn to the page and I just try to draw what I see.
So when you say you can see things in people's faces, what do you actually mean by that?
Well, I think there's been a lot of studies about that, but literally, um, we have like that right brain left thing going on, where if you see one half of the one side of your face, I forget, it's like your left brain side is the one that tries to control everything, is very analytical. And so that right side of your face has one expression, right? That has
Okay.
that sort of, but
So
then the other side is not.
do I have a unique face? Is there anything wrong with my face?
What's that?
So do I have a unique face? So as an artist, do I have anything wrong with my
Everyone has a
face?
unique face. Everyone does. And you can usually see two different emotions or expressions.
Oh right, okay.
I mean, if our eyes
What
were
do you see
complete.
now then?
Hmm?
What do you see now then?
Well, you are wearing glasses, so it's a little difficult, but I see one side very serious and one side very humorous, just off the
Ah,
top
right,
of my
okay.
head. Like, I can
So
see a sense
if
of
I take my
humor.
glasses off now, I'll take my glasses off. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Yes. Yeah. See, like one side of your face. Now, of course, this is reversing. I can't really tell which was right or left in my brain. But I see on this side, which is my right, and probably your left, would be a more serious expression. like maybe like studious, and then the other side to me has like an openness and a sense of humor. That's literally just off the top of my head from what at first glance. But if I were to study it, like you usually can see that too. All anybody has to do is to see if I'm just, you know, talking out of my hat or if this is actually real. You can take a photograph of anyone that's because we try when we're doing a photo, we try really hard to put on our best face. But there's that right side of our brain that actually reveals truly who we are. So that left side of our face maybe actually has a lot in to tell us. So if you take a piece of paper and divide someone's like face visually, you'll see the eyes have different expressions, they have different shapes. And again, if we had completely symmetrical eyes, we would look like aliens. We would look very weird. So we don't have true symmetry, which I love. When I discovered that about drawing faces, because I used to draw a lot of animals, I used to draw a lot of flowers and landscapes. But when I started drawing people, I realized it was just a landscape on a face because I'm not very good at symmetry. I'm just physically awkward at it. I think most of us are. I mean, I wish I could be ambidextrous, but to be honest, our brain does trick us in what we see. So another thing that I do is I will turn something upside down to check my work to see if things are lining up. Because if one eyeball is doing one thing in a different, completely different shape than the other, then I can trick my brain into realizing there's got to be some symmetry, so I can like fix what I maybe my brain has, you know, tried to do something different there, and it helps my brain see it differently and see it in a different light because yeah, it's a pretty interesting exercise of what we see, what we think we see, and then sort of, you know, studying it more intently and looking at it from different angles to get a better perspective. But I definitely can see things that I don't know, you can explain how that relates to autism maybe better than I could, but it's important to read people.
Michelle, while we're talking now live, maybe you can do a quick sketch of me while we draw while we're talking live. Then we can see what your drawing's like at the end of the broadcast, like a quick sketch.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure I have the actual time. I have a couple of Zoom calls today. I'm literally Saturday. I have set aside time to do that. To be honest, I've got 2 commissions I'm trying to finish, so I have those in my brain right now. I would love nothing better than to do that spontaneously right now, but I'm not set up for do that. And I can do that though on Saturday if you want to come into a broadcast, if you have the time, because I definitely want to do more of that. That's actually what I've been doing the last couple of days. People coming into the broadcast, I'm looking at them and I'm doing their photo. I'm doing trying to be photorealistic about what I see and draw it. So, but yeah, I got a Zoom call here in a little bit, so I just don't have the time right now.
Yeah, so sorry Michelle, there I put you on the spot there.
I know. No, it's okay.
Quite
it's
funny.
Okay. Actually, that's exactly what, you know what, that's exactly what I'm trying to do right now. Like my next step is this very thing, because I'm so used to drawing from references. I want to draw more spontaneously with a person live, and of course COVID is preventing that. But yeah, I'm challenging myself by moving that into social media, and the first time I did that was Thursday. And it was sort of working out, but it was like doing 2 people, and it was a little overwhelming, and we had a troll that was really awful, and it was just like hard to concentrate. But then last night, I think it was a little more, I don't know, I was just more prepared. It was a lot calmer of a broadcast, and it went really well. And that's this one that I'm actually showing right now. Like I did this one while we were chatting, and I've got to finish that up today. But I'm getting to the point where I'm comfortable at doing that, and I literally do want to do exactly what you just said. Like, take a look at you. I'm already like seeing things in your face, um, and I could draw that, but I really have to go in like 10 minutes, so I didn't want to like get that
It's
out.
okay.
But
Don't worry. I'll put you on the
while
spot
I
now.
while we're here, like, talk more about. I had questions about Twitter Spaces, which is really kind of what your broadcast is about, right? And I don't want to over talk about like what I'm doing. People can find me on Haps, and they've seen me around. They might even be sick of me. I've been around so much. So, but talking about my art. But can anyone be a beta tester, or can we apply for it? Because I would love to start conducting them myself. I've been joining them, and I've when I first heard about it, I sent them a DM. I'm not getting any response, of course. I don't know where to DM other than their little Twitter Spaces profile on Twitter. And I mean, every time I report something, it goes there. I don't see anything being answered. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to communicate with big tech there. Quite frankly, I don't know how to get a response, but I don't know how we all can start joining that beta if there's no communication. So how do we do it? How can we sign up for it to be a beta tester? Oop, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. So I don't know if you can still hear me. My signal's a bit.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you still hear me? Can you still
I
hear
can
me?
still hear you, and I can still see you. You're a little pixely.
Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's the signal, so apologies for that. Hello, Joe Darling from Lincoln. Hello, Jess. Hope you're doing well. Willie, hello, welcome. So, yes, Twitter Spaces we're talking about. Sorry about the background noise there. That should go soon. There we go. The dog's gone now. Sorry,
I
there's a
see. I was like,
bit of a background.
Show puppy.
Yeah. So apologies about the connection. I hope you can still see me. It's the 4G connection. It's not that brilliant.
Oh, it's better now. It's good now. The connection is good.
Okay, Twitter Spaces are really good in getting back to people. So I would just ask you to continue to DM them, send them a message. Have you filled in the Google form?
I don't know where to find that. I don't know where that would be.
Okay, it's on their Twitter feed. So if you go on their Twitter feed, it's there.
Okay.
I'll send you a tweet with the link to the Google document, and you can fill that in and
Thank you.
complete it and send it in. But I believe there is about 3,000 beta testers at the moment. So they're rolling it out. They hopefully going to be rolling it out on Android soon, and to get more people involved. So I started beta testing with Twitter way back in November, and only came a host about maybe a week and a half ago. So I'm pretty new to hosting, but I'm sure.
I think we lost your audio. Can't hear you.
Can you
there
not
you
hear?
Haps is still in beta too. I don't know if you can hear me, but the sound was just cutting in and out.
So can you still hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of just, I suppose, filling the document, the Google document in, and asking them, put as much information on that document as you possibly can. Tell them your background, tell them what you do, tell them why you want to use the platform. Just put as much information on the document as you can and send it over to them.
Okay.
If they don't reply, then just send them another DM. If they don't reply, then send them another DM. But I'm sure they will get back to you. Twitter are very good in getting back to people and communicating with them. And the team there, the Twitter team there, and the United States are very good. They're very, very good. Let's put it this way: I've never ever known a platform like Twitter and the team over in Twitter who get back to people so quick and so prompt.
Well, this platform is I think it's actually a bit more responsive, only in that literally that Lucy, if we wanted to, we could invite her into the chat right now. There's almost always someone from HAPS either watching or actively involved in the chat. And they're very responsive with their emails. Like, so I guess I had a different Twitter experience only because I'm thinking of Twitter connected to Periscope, because Periscope was not communicative. So maybe I'll try out the form, and I know that when they want to communicate to us, when they have a product or something, they're all over it, and they're very good. They have Slack channels and all of that sort of thing. But when they're done, it just seems like, where did they go? Who do you talk to? Why don't they email me back? That's the experience I've had. No offense to anybody who loves Twitter. I mean, I've even been to their headquarters before, and I've talked to their editors, so it's not like I'm dissing them. I love Twitter.
Yeah, well, I found the team at Twitter very good, very good, very friendly. In fact, very pleasant, very helpful.
That's good. I'm
So,
glad.
as a beta tester, I've been sending them feedback about Twitter Spaces. So yeah, there's lots of people at the moment who are on Twitter Spaces who are just listeners, and they want to be, a host. But I suppose with any type of social media application, they can only have so many
Right.
people testing the platform and using it. Can you imagine if they had like 50,000 testers all of a sudden? It'd just be chaotic. So they've done something very unique by rolling it out slowly to people, and I'm sure in the next few weeks, and I'm sure in the next few weeks and the next few months that they'll be rolling it out to the public.
That would be awesome. So maybe that's just me. I can't wait. Now, I do have another question, since there is this thing called Clubhouse. And I personally have not had the time or even the inclination to really go over there, but I've heard things about Clubhouse that are really very good, and some not so good. But are you in both Twitter Spaces and Clubhouse? And if so, like, can you say what the comparison might be? Because I know there's a lot of that in the chat on these Twitter Spaces, comparing it to Clubhouse, and I just don't have that experience on Clubhouse. So what's it like? Are you in that app as well? Can you hear me? Oh, did you freeze?
Yeah, so I've been on Clubhouse for a few weeks now. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
So I've been on Clubhouse now for a few weeks. So I've been on Clubhouse for a few weeks now, but I don't really find the platform that really good, to be honest with you. The audio quality is very poor. I don't know. I just don't. When you go on a platform and you get a feel for it, I don't really get a feel for Clubhouse. Maybe that'll change in time. I'm not sure. But at the moment, I think the audio quality is quite poor. So the audio quality needs to change. I think a lot of the structure on the platform needs to change as well. But to me, it wasn't a platform which I would probably continue to use, or I may go on it now and again and try it. Maybe they'll update things, but it's not a platform which I think is as good as Twitter Spaces.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed Twitter Spaces because it's pretty much, I recognize everyone who goes live on it or joins in, because they're all people in my feed. You know what I mean? Like, they're all people I'm already following. So I have an interest in the speaker and what they have to say. And I also am interested in their audience versus mine. So, like, I'm getting to know people. Like, I got to know you, probably because we both follow maybe Madeline Sklar. I forget how to say her name. And Eileen Davis is on HAPS. I don't know if you know her, but you guys were talking, and I saw you both in there, and I'm like, okay, here's this guy who just, recently followed me, and he's an autism advocate. Yay! And there's Eileen, one of my favorite people on HAP, so that's why I joined in. So it was really great meeting you.
Oh yes, Eileen. Yeah, she's
She-
wonderful, isn't she? She's really
She's
good.
just, yeah, she is one of the first people I started following on HAPS. I didn't know she was all over social media, but she was just so good at answering our questions. I thought she was a member of the HAPS team. I thought she worked for the HAP. But she's such a sweetheart, and I love her YouTube videos. I love her YouTube videos. So
Yeah, she's really good. Do Darlene says, hello, Do. How you doing? She says, I'm
hi,
on
Doe.
I'm on Clubhouse, but don't find myself really using it yet. Why is that, Do? Why are you not using it? Is it something you don't feel though it's for you, or you don't like the platform? So, hello from Los Angeles. So apologies if the broadcast is a bit shaky because we are driving now in the car. That's where I need stabilization.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I think they're gonna I know that all of that stuff is on their agenda. They have question and answer time almost every day, Monday through Friday, and they have tutorials. And they're very open. And again, you can email them. The team here is really, it's just awesome. And so I remember the early Periscope glitchiness, latency, all of the issues that we're experiencing now. This is such a brand new app and it's in beta, but they've made so many changes in the last couple. I've been on this app now for maybe 2 months. They've made so many changes in such a short period of time, and they do a lot to encourage their broadcasters, that I'm willing to write out the glitches. It's nothing compared to what we went through with Periscope. So maybe having had that experience, but I do have to run. I'm a little late for a Zoom call, so I'm going to talk to you later. But thank you so much for letting me be in your first broadcast. I'm sorry, I should probably share this out at some point. I'll probably do that when I get off camera. But I didn't see anybody's comments because I was just more interested in chatting directly with you, Kevin, because I just couldn't do both at the same time today. Just been one of those days. So, and I would love to see your puppy sometime. Besides the tail, show puppy. We love to see animals. We love to see fur babies on here. So I'm gonna check out though, and see you guys later. Oh gosh, you got an awful troll in Periscope. I'll go take care of it. All right.
Hi, thanks for joining, Michelle. So that's it, Michelle. Thanks, Michelle, for joining. Apologies for the the breakup in the audio quality. It was the 4G. There's definitely growing pains, but this app is evolving quickly. Yes, it is, isn't it? And a few other people in now. So thanks for joining, everybody. Over 1,300 who just watched the broadcast. Have a great day.